So today is the first day of your particular session, which is Google Professional Cloud Data Engineering. So we are going to discuss. This is the intro session for the GCP Professional Data Engineer or Data Engineer. Anything. So this is the one. Today is the first session that we are going to understand what exactly the GCP data engineering will look like. Is fine. So whenever we are going for this particular thing, the things that we need to understand, like how GCP cloud platform is organizing and how it will be utilizing all these things. So coming to this, as a part of demo, today we are going to discuss about what exactly a data engineer for a GCP person to know it, and what are the cloud certifications that cloud optimized GCP or any other certifications are providing. So coming to that, we will be discussing end to end about the data engineering process. So coming back to my slide where I have kept the thing, slideshow. So this particular program which makes you to be also ready for the certification, which is Google Cloud Certified Professional Data Engineering. So coming back, how a data engineer, a professional data engineer, like we dive into, and how the things that are being expected, prerequisite for a professional data engineer. So before we going into it, we need a little bit of 5 minutes to discuss about the challenging about the certification, and codes require some patience to complete, especially because there are a lot of things to discuss as a data engineer. And also we have advanced professional level certification. The certification which require GCP associate level knowledge, means GCP associate cloud engineer, 8th certification. Otherwise, if you have any knowledge on the cloud platform like GCP also, it is fair enough. So we can learn by doing the things, and later on we can see the hands-on labs about this as well. So there are multiple certifications where GCP is offering, and that data engineer is one of the certification. So the prerequisite at least should understand the concepts of associate cloud engineer. Apart from that, these are the various certifications that GCP is offering. So coming to it, cloud cost for this resource. What exactly a professional data engineer is like, we can authorize one GCP account with a $0, and it's a free trial, and it will credit you $300 credit for the next 3 months. Like if you sign up for the cloud platform and learn these 2 hours, and registration fee is like, when you want to write a certification, it is at $200. Like around in Indian currency, it might be 16,000 plus taxes. So we have 2 languages where the certification is there. One is English, other is Japanese. So exam format, you will be having the multiple choice answers and selective. So apart from that, I just given you the overview of the course purchase and means for writing the certification examination. Let's go into the data engineering concepts and what are the things that we are covering as a part of the program for the next days, and what we will be diving into through it to set up the labs and to also implement on the GCP cloud platform. So data engineering overview. The main process, what is the engineering is happening between the data transmission. So in order to understand any kind of big data, especially big data will come into picture right now here. You might be in different domain, okay? In any domain, or any technology has its own concept of workflow will be there. But right now, this one, especially a pipeline directly, it is one of the pipeline where a 4 stages. We can also call it as a big data pipeline or a data engineering pipeline, or that you can implement in the data science and AI/ML as well. The basic foundation for data science, AI/ML, and for your GCP data engineering or any cloud of data analyst who should know these 4 steps. Everything is there in these 4 steps. to any kind of data pipeline you can take. Even in data science you can take in big data or AI/ML, or you want to run a pipeline using some ETL process or Informatica or any other thing, like different tools that are there. They are coming under the category of this thing, four things only. One is data pipeline, how data flow. A pipeline is nothing but a series of workflow connected together from ingestion to explore and visualize to deliver the output. So first, the data is ingested from the different platforms. Right now, we can take one example like Netflix. It is on a video streaming platform, or you can take banking applications, or you can take Facebook, Instagram, different kind of social media applications. Any application, a lot of data is generating every day. Whenever you click the data, or you will log in, sign up, you will, example, you can take LinkedIn, you are posting something on that, or you are creating the accounts, you are doing something on your mobile, or for the application, you are logging up, signing in, and liking the photos, uploading the photos. Again, you are generating the photo. So, not only a single person, all over the world, how many people are there who are using the different kind of media applications on their mobile, or any applications on their mobile, or websites, or any other thing? A lot of data is generating. Even a single click also will make you to lose your data and expose to the internet, and it always be cyber attacks and all those things. So a data is very important. So whenever this much of data is generating, that has to be ingested somewhere. Means someone has to collect that particular data. Whenever it is ingested, it was collected, and after that it was stored. Means it was stored in some place. Which place? We do not want to see what are the storage services right now, which is offering by GCP. Later on, we can understand what are the tools that are there for ingesting. After ingesting, what are the tools are there for storage? After storage, what are the tools that are there for process and analyze the data? And after that analyzing, here data analyst will come. A data analyst, ETL, Informatica, different tools are there, right, in the market, like to analyze the data, which is very important. Here it will come into picture. And after that, to explore and visualize. Explore the data, querying the data, and checking the data, and visualizing the end-to-end data. So in the 4 steps, how data flows from ingestion to storage, storage to process and analyze, analyze to explore and visualize. So the tool set that are being using in each of the process workflow or data flow, which is connecting the data pipeline, is very important. That we can get in the data engineering. If we do the data engineering, we understand the data pipelines running, and we understand the data flow. So next, if we see what are the tools that are being offering by GCP in this particular data pipeline workflow. One is ingestion. We have App Engine, Compute Engine, Google Kubernetes Engine, Cloud Function, Run, PubSub, Logging, Storage Transfer Service, BigQuery Data Transfer Service, Transfer Appliance. So whenever you are trying to ingest that you want to collect from the GCP, you only have GCP Cloud Platform, and you want GCP Cloud Platform to implement a data pipeline. You are not going to any other outside third-party tools or open source platform to get it. Yeah, someone has raised the hand. Any doubt? Yeah, right. Yeah. If anything else is there, just type in chat box. After that, I'll clear all your doubts. It is the one, right? Yeah. I think already my screen is sharing. 1 minute. Yeah. Fine. So now you only have GCP Cloud Platform, and you want to implement the data pipeline using GCP. So what are the functions and services that are being offering by GCP? But storage point of view, we have cloud storage, we have cloud SQL, we have data store, Bigtable, BigQuery, storage Firebase, file store, clouds panel. And for process and analyze, these are different types of services I'm just reading out. But in order to understand that particular service and what exactly it can be used and where it can be used, we will be understanding the program of data engineering. And in process and analyze, Dataflow, Dataproc, Cloud Composer, BigQuery, AI platform, Cloud Vision API, Speech API, Translate API for language processing, Natural Language API, and data prep and video processing. That all the things are the data prep is there here. Let me push this one upside. So Cloud DLP, and these are not exactly which required, but the tools that are available, it is integrated with the different domains as well. So let me go for explore and visualize. One is Looker Studio. You can get whatever the analyzed one you can explore and visualize in Looker Studio. Data Lab is something like which you can collect the data and visualize there. Data Studio is there, like your analytics that you can be analyzed here. BigQuery and BI engine, it is important. So BigQuery is something where you can query your data and get the information, and Sheets that you can also spread the data onto your Sheets. Google Sheets is there, right? So data catalog that you have been, a data catalog will be there where that you can explore and visualize like your metrics, the components of your data, different things that you can see on the explore and visualize. So ingestion starts from storage starts from process and analyze, explore and visualize. It is a kind of a big data pipeline that you are running over from ingestion to exploration. So hope it's clear the tools that we are going to use, but as a part of data engineering, we will be covering the specific tools which require to clear the certification and as well as to understand. So what exactly the ingestion process will do? As I already told you, lot of data is generating. So click stream data, event log, e-commerce transactions. So that data gathered from app might be your logging information, logout information, transaction information, product cart information, catalog information, and different information will be generating. Even a single click on your WhatsApp, it will generate a data. A message that you are sending, it's generated data. So gather data from multiple resources. In the sense, ingestion process is something like you have some application, there is some data is generating. That is called application data, or different type of data is generating. It is not like infrastructure data or application data or log data, anything. Data is there with us. So data gathered from event logs. So logs are generating rapidly whenever your application is highly used. So clickstream data. E-commerce transactions, example, you can take it. So, and some streaming data, whenever your Netflix or streaming data is there, and for YouTube streaming data is there. So YouTube is there. Lakhs of people are using, billions of people are using YouTube right now. Every day, hundreds and lakhs of videos have been uploading. Everyone is looking out into it. How the data is being managed in those organizations. And it is not an easy task. As a data engineer, should know the end-to-end workflow of a data process to implement and also to work on it. So streaming ingestion. We can use PubSub to collect the data. We will be connecting this PubSub to one of the ingestion resources from where data is going to get, or from where data is being ingesting. Or we can only push some data and check on the PubSub. Okay, this is the data I have pushed onto the PubSub on Google Cloud. And from there, I will run some kind of, after ingestion, I will run some kind of queries for that. And I will generate the data and I will visualize as well in the Cloud PubSub only. So batch ingest. So there are different types of data. So one is batch processing data. So batch data will be there. That data has different transfer service, and we can use GSUtil. GSUtil is something like it is a command to gather the data. Like for suppose you want to interact the GCP services using the command line interface. Okay, you have to use the GSUtil. So right now, if I want to explain you something on PubSub, I don't want to go and create everything on the cloud platform by clicking the APIs and all those things. No. What I will do, I will just create a Cloud Shell of Google Cloud account. From there, I will use GSUtil command. And from GSUtil commands only, I can do all the activities like ingesting the data, streaming the data, batching the data, everything. So GSUtil is one of the most useful and important commands without interacting directly with the cloud platform from the command line interface that you can interact with the Google Cloud services. So GSUtil we will be discussing, and also we'll be implementing PubSub, BigQuery, Transfer Appliance, Bigtable, Firestore, SQL with the help of GSUtil. Next, store. So storage part, and you can see in any cloud platform, storage is very important. Cost efficient and durable data storage, because we have unused data already raw data, different types of data which is not especially needed. Those data also will be there. So that are defined when someone is from database engineer already working, means they can able to understand this one. Structured, semi-structured, unstructured. So in structured data, unstructured data, like semi-structured, these data are all the things like which comes under relational database and RDBMS, all those things. I'll let you know later. But right now we have specifications as well in this particular documentation as well, which is RD, like relational database, non-relational database, which comes under structured and semi-structured. Especially covering the storage part, you will be having a lot of questions whenever you are writing some certifications or you are going for some interviews as well. So how you are going to collect some structured data or raw data in data ingestion like that. So once you refer this documentation clearly as well, whenever you are trying some kind of memorizing things are very important, right? In storage part, there are a lot of memorizing things. So that is the reason you can keep this part at the end whenever you want to try to memorize, and after a week that you'll be again forgetting, right? So at the time, what you can do is like you have to keep some documentation of it separately, or you need some crisp and shortcut points exactly for those things which are required for your certification or your interviews and all that. Then you can go for that. Then only this kind of things that you will be remembering. Otherwise, even though you know the idea of implementing on the Google Cloud platform also, it will be difficult to analyze or also remember those different kind of words. So that I can tell you, especially as a part of Google's tool. So in this particular storage, structured, semi-structured, and structured data. In structured data, we have transactional data and is analytical data. Analytical is nothing but you are querying the data. Analysis you can do with the BigQuery. BigQuery is something you are querying a data which is ready for the analysis. So using BigQuery, you can analyze the lot amount of data and also you can query the data. Right now, you want some data on specified date and time. You want to see the logs or something that you want to specify the information. You can query the data which is there on already on your Spanner or SQL. Means the data which is structured, right? You will be storing in SQL or Spanner. In analytical, what you will do means you will be analyzing the data which is came from the ingestion process. So this also to store only, but it comes under little kind of analytics. And you can also push the data onto BigQuery to see the things that we can see exactly what's happening on Google Cloud Platform. Okay. So fully indexed row key cloud data store, how it works, cloud big table, like right now we are running the big data pipelines only. It's a pipeline where you are going to run a data engineering end to end. So we need to understand cloud data stores, cloud big table for sure. That is the reason fully indexed, row key indexed, some key data will be there. All those things that will be discussed as a part of individual references that we can take from. So unstructured data, cloud storage, where inside the cloud storage, you will be having the buckets where you are pushing some kind of block storage volumes or your files, PDF documents, all those things that you can push onto the cloud storage, GCP storage. So next, fourth step is like process and analyze. When this process and analyze, what kind of outcome you want, like how to, as I already told you, there are a lot of things which driven to go for the workflow, especially in process and analyze. It is totally a data analyst. A person who can understand process and analyze can become a data analyst engineer, because analysis is very important in order to send the data for visualization as well as to investigate the data and all this. So especially this one will make you to understand end to end. Also, it will be clubbed with the AI ML as well, like ML, like machine learning data, all those things. That is the reason applying ML with BigQuery ML, Spark ML with Dataproc, Vertex API, all these things have been provided by the Google Cloud Platform. So Dataproc is the data flow and data prep. And seeing the words, that is easy, but working on those things require, as I already told you, analysis process. Whoever has good analysis power and analyzing the things very quickly, that he can able to work in this domain easily. So ingesting the data, and after that you are pushing into storage, and after pushing into storage, you have to analyze the data. We have Hadoop, Spark, PySpark, and But fully, we are not going to discuss all the analysis tool right now in the market, especially in terms of big data. That is totally different. It will come under big data. But right now, data engineering, which cloud is offering, is something like it is end to end that you're going to implement your data pipeline on GCP cloud platform. So in this data engineering, you will be getting to know about big data. You will be getting to know about data science. You will be getting to know about AI/ML. At least that you can correlate, and also you can understand what exactly the differences between these three things. Especially what exactly a big data is, what exactly a pipeline that you can run for your AI/ML or something machine learning pipelines you are going to implement, and difference for data analyst and difference for data science analyst, not analyst, data science engineer. So coming to this, for cloud data flow, we are using the processing pipeline. And also, as we discussed about in this particular slide itself, what exactly the analyzing all these things, it was repeated same here, like fully managed and no ops that you can just directly do with the cloud platform only. So cloud data prep is there, which is like user interface, defined data preparation, which scales on demand. Fully managed and no ops is something like no operations team not requires something like that. So you can able to manage with the data engineer itself to use this particular services on platform and analyze those things. Operations team is something which is separate team to analyze, or data analyst will be there. But a data engineer should be capable of all the things from ingestion to the visualization. But a data analyst is totally different. Who is right now in the current slide is there, right? He has to able to do the work. So the scope of work will almost differ compared to data engineer and data analyst as well. So tunable cluster parameters, we are going to create a cluster, Hadoop clusters, Spark clusters in the data proc on GCP service. And we can easily learn. Cloud data proc is nothing but a big data cluster. If you know cloud data proc, you can tell that you know cloud optimized big data pipeline analysis, that you can create a cluster from here in cloud data proc, and that you can start analyzing, and you can run the pipeline from cloud data proc itself. So understanding the big data, especially on data proc, starts here. Like we do not want to create any big data cluster on raw platform or on-premises infrastructure. Directly cloud optimized cloud data proc, we can come here, and from data proc you can start a big data pipeline from here itself, like creating the cluster on cluster that you can run your data flow, data prep commands, and all those things. So might be this you're understanding my the things that I'm explaining you, like from one flow to other flow. So later on we can go and explore and visualize. So this activity is one of the major process. Like Power BI tools are there, like you can use different tools are there that where you can use exploring the visualization. Especially we have here Looker Studio, that we can implement BigQuery engine, BI engine, and also Power BI also is there, but we are not going to understand Power BI because that is also one of the tool which is used to explore and visualize the things. But that is other open source one. But right now we are discussing about the GCP one, right? So we have to discuss that particular service offering by GCP, BigQuery engine. So easy to use BI engine, Google Data Studio, where a data lab will be there, ML pre-built API, different things are there. So right now we are concentrating on data engineering right now. So that is the reason we can have to understand how this particular exploration means you are going to use the service for the visualization part. So interactive Jupyter notebook, as you already know, this Jupyter is one of the things that you can use for visualizing and exploring as open source. But here data lab is like interactive terminal with the Jupyter directly. And data science library, as I already told you, these three things will cover when you do the data engineering. So these words will repeat again and again whenever we are discussing the tools and implementing those things as well. I think maybe I'm going a little bit fast. So these are the things, and it is not much difficult or not much easier as well. So going with the flow and implementing the things will make you to understand much more deeper on these things. So as we discussed type of data structured, semi-structured, unstructured. So we will be discussing about all these things. So coming to main This is the process I have explained you from data pipeline right now, ingestion to explore and visualize. Coming to the course curriculum that we are going to discuss is like, as I already said you. So it starts with ensuring source solution quality, and we can what like machine learning models, especially that you can see here is sorry. Here we are going to select the appropriate storage requirements, and let me. So if you see here, we are going to design data pipeline. I have just given you a data pipeline overview as well, and this is the basic important information which I have discussed today, which is part of pipeline. Might be you didn't heard before as well, it is fine. But the process starts from ingestion to visualize is a basic data things that expected from everyone. So first is like storage we will be discussing, and after that we will be designing a data pipeline. So we will be using the tools which are being offering by the Amazon itself, sorry, Google itself. Designing a data processing solution. So how to design a processing solution? Right now, as I already explained you, there are multiple tools and services have been there, right? As a part, you should need to design something. Means you are running one pipeline. Example, you are taking data proc and you are taking some kind of tools like storage in Google Cloud Storage, Spanner, SQL, or something like that. So the services that you are going to use on Google Cloud Platform to design the data pipelines, it will be depending on you. The right choice makes you get the right output, right? In that way, you can able to explain the designing of data pipeline and data processing solution, how to process a solution, especially in designing phase. So migrating data warehouse and data processing, how to migrate a design to a future state, like how you are going to migrate something which is related to the process of warehousing. Data warehousing is something like you can understand end to end about how the data has been stored and use the things for processing. Data transfer service, transferring from one source to other source. We will be discussing about operations, and we also discussing about the operation pipeline. Like as I already told you, operation pipelines is something like you're going to export and import the data from different resources, like data cleansing, batching and streaming, transformation, acquisition and import. Once we understand each and everything in layman terms, and as well as implementing on Google Cloud, will make you understand better, because these are all like at least require your Google Cloud knowledge to understand much more. So we'll be discussing machine learning models also, deploying a machine learning pipeline, leveraging this one, and also choosing the appropriate training as well. So we'll be discussing the solution quality. In solution quality, we can understand security and compliance, like how cloud IAM works, and data security, like key management store will be the KMS in GCP. We can discuss that one. And we can also discuss legal compliance, the things that we are being offering by the security and compliance of GCP. So measuring, monitoring, and troubleshooting machine learning models will be covered as a part of machine learning itself. So here we are going to see some kind of scalability, building and running test suites. You are establishing one pipeline and running some test data generation, and you can upload the data onto your pipeline and see the things what's happening in the pipeline. So pipeline monitoring, troubleshooting, and resizing the auto scaling resources, that you want to increase the number of resources using auto scaling methodology. That we can see the overview of it, and also we can understand the auto scaling process. That one. And reliability and fidelity is something like you want to reliable your data pipeline for a longer run. And we also discuss like a data architect, engineer architect, who has a lot of experience in delivering this. But if you understand all these things, that you can work as a, with less experience also, you can work as a data engineer. And the scope of work will define according to your expertise. Flexibility and portability, that you can see the requirements and run the pipelines and establish the pipelines. So hands-on exercise for every concept is mandatory. The lab will be there for the topic, and I'll be implementing, and I'll be explaining you the overall work process thing, and it will go in that way. So as I already little bit going to give you and understanding the frequent models, especially right now it require online training only because this is end to end that I'm going to share my screen and doing things, right? So we are using some kind of platform where we are going to establish all these things. Understanding the process and implementing the pipeline is important. Might be everyone who has already experienced in GCP, it is very useful because they will get to know already some parameters here. Actually, this is like very understandable as well for them who are already been working in as a GCP platform itself, and it will be as a ensure that you can also excel in these things. Data engineering is like, every time that you will be having a lot of things to do. So you can also go into data analysis part, or you can also understand the AML part, or you can understand data engineering concepts to implement. That itself will make you to understand much more better. So this is the one. So if any doubts, just let me know, because we will be starting the session, and also tomorrow I'll be giving one more demo, and also I'll be giving you some kind of activities to implement on GCP cloud platform, showing you some kind of services, and we can do that as well. So just like you can go here, geez, that you can start your creation of GCP cloud account. Let me 1 minute. Yes, India student can join this, and if you have time and understanding these things, it is good enough to come into technology. So you can also go into console if you are already. I already created GCP account long back, I think, like few days back. So already my project is there here. This is a dashboard. So yeah, anyone can join. It is not a mandatory, as data engineering will cover all the things, right? That is a reason. So if you see project info, API, platform, just now I have stored you cloud data proc. Enter. So starting from data proc, which are the APIs we have to enable on that. So catalog API, data proc here, if you see, it is a documentation. Just go for the resources. So in this, just select my CI/CD project. There are multiple projects are there. Just do cancel. So marketplace where you can integrate cloud data proc like that, or otherwise we can go for, it's showing some BigQuery. If you see, this is a product and pages. So BigQuery tool for data analysis, import data from BigQuery, BigQuery API. Let's go for BigQuery API. So I'll just take all your doubts. Do not worry about that. So manage first. If you enable the BigQuery, that you can able to see that BigQuery on your platform. So if you are enabling means, for sure it will be cost your this one. It will cost the credentials. So library credentials over screen, and first you have to enable the API. Then later on you have to go to the services that are being offering by. Here it is there. See, SQL workspace. And with BigQuery, lot of things are there that you will be seeing out. Welcome to BigQuery. And if you, in the Cloud Console, how to use Cloud Console, here it is there. Analyze this one. In order to interact with BigQuery, not only from the GCP platform, you can also do from here. Let me push it. I will answer all your doubts. Do not worry about it. Okay, continue. You can use GSQL command to interact with the services. So it will establish the cloud shell. So not only you want to go here, my cloud project, and you want to open this query, view data set, upload it, all these things not required. From here only you can do the things. Everything, the commands will be there. You can upload the data from here. You can download the data. You visualize the data. Lot of things that you can do from the space with the GSQL command. So tomorrow also we can look into it. So I'll address your questions for today. So unmute to mic.
Hi, do you need to know Python, PySpark, SQL is everything is mandatory?
No, we will be discussing on this only. not require much prerequisite for this. After that, if you understand GCP platform that you want to explore all these things also, you can do it.
Okay, the basic is enough for Python, PySpark, and
That you
SQL.
can learn from here. Yeah.
Okay.
Here I'll be explaining what is PySpark and how it is used and how you can implement with the Google Cloud Service.
What about the use case also? You'll be discussing on use cases.
Yes, I can discuss use cases. Actually, if you do all these things in the good amount of time, that will be very sufficient. It depends on your like managing multiple tools will be there. First major thing is like basic thing is like once after the done, practice is very important because lot of things will be there, right? So to understand to manage those things, especially the workflow is very important, like use cases workflow that I will explain you.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah,
Can I
tell me.
ask?
Yeah.
Uh, I have an experience of 15 or 17-year supply chain management, and my basic core responsibility is forecasting and planning, which I'm using the Excel, Power BI, some data
Okay.
analytics, or something like this. So
Okay.
that course is feasible for me because I'm a little bit confused because of
Yes,
some.
I understand. Your CI management, right? So here we are also covering in data analysis part, but the rest of the things like storage part, you will be getting not much compared to that. So whatever is required that if you can go through after session as well, that it will be fine enough.
But my future plan is I use or go for the data analytics or something like this.
Yes, that you
But
can go
I
for. Right now, I'll explain you in if you have right directly in resumes or in the skills and responsibilities, they will ask to have this experience. 1 minute, I'll be showing you one.
I
1 minute.
just want to understand that is suitable for me because I am totally the person
Yes,
from the
I'll
supply
show.
chain.
Yeah, I understand. So you can keep the resume in this way. See, like how we are going to utilize the cloud in our resume is important
Your
because whenever,
screen.
yeah, open source tools are different, means the concept will be same, but the implementation part that you can implement is fine. Let me share my screen. One resume I can show you here. I know because there is a lot of things that, especially when we are working on these things, we will be getting. As a chain management, you are expected to have that understanding of Power BI and all these things. Where is my here? If you see a data engineer, PySpark, he has data analytics with at least 2 years of experience. He can keep and very strong in SQL that we will be covering. And he has they right now all the projects are scratch. They are implementing on GCP. So whenever a like let me show you. Whenever you are going to uh, apply for the GCP cloud data engineer, they will look directly certification is there or he has knowledge of GCP data engineering rather than they look for PySpark he has, Power BI has, or different tools. They won't look it. They know GCP data engineer is a package. So if you want that one also, you can try it out and see like how the skills that they are right now asking as a part of this one, especially adding cloud things, that will be totally different. And they won't expect like depend on it. Google Trends, just I'll show you the statistics how they are using. So this is the statistics. So if you can download also, you can see like it was increasing the time, like March 27, it is only for 1 day that you can see like how many days and different countries that you can look for, like how the data engineering, like they are asking for the things. So you can change the time and all those things, like only specifically data engineering.
Yeah,
A lot
this is
of
the
data.
thing for data analyst, data scientist. But last 1 week, I heard about data engineering. That's
Yes.
why I got that information. I want to join this
So
one,
that
but
is, yeah, that is a
want to
total
make
package.
yeah, I want to understand this is feasible for me. The person who have a 17-year experience with the supply chain and he is doing the some Excel or Power BI and he'd go for this process or this
Yeah,
course and it
the
will be helpful for me for the future and where it can be implemented as per my experience, which is in supply chain.
I can say that like more than efficient because as a supply chain, I know the change management, you will be running tech calls, all those things, right? So at the time, if you have this particular things on your resume, like you have utilized GCP cloud using all these things, means it will be added advantage to your resume. So That I can tell you.
Okay.
So I have one doubt. So basically, I'm from MBA background, so having 8 years experience. Okay. So in sales
Okay.
department, so it will be feasible for me to join this one.
Yes, if you want to come into data engineering side, that it is better. Means better
Oh,
in sense that it is feasible only, that you can able to understand data terminology,
yeah,
that you can
yeah,
able
that
to
I
keep
can
some
understand.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that I can understand. I can.
that is one major challenge I can tell you here, like understanding those things. Like right now, all things are there. Once you are done the engineering part, it is a club with all the things. And later on, a big data engineer comes like they know like PySpark and all those things. But as a GCP data engineer, like cloud optimized data engineering, will also know the PySpark. But in terms of GCP itself,
No,
the
no, actually,
concept again is
so for
simple.
example, the hiring team and also the HR and all, so they used to take, like, you're not from IT, you are from sales, then how they will take me? Like, for example, they
Yeah, I understand. So you can keep a one project as a GCP data engineer that you are working right now. Directly, they are giving the this one job applications, GCP data engineering, certified GCP data engineer needs with the roles and responsibility they are giving.
yeah, so, but actually what happens, so many people will say that, yeah, basically minimum
No, no,
qualification.
you can keep 2 3 years less and 5 years that you have done in other domain, or 5 years from last 3 4 years that you are doing as a data engineer. Not more than 3 years experience. If you are confident enough that you can crack with 4 years as well, it depends on your practice and understanding.
But in
And
designation, it is written for my current organization, it's written that sales executive. So that how it will make it will create problem or what? I'm confused a little bit.
means I can tell you straight away, like either you are working in sales as well, that you have been working for the online projects and all those things that you can tell to HR. Like they will create one interview. Like means once you clear the interview, that you can get it off.
Okay.
So you can keep like 2 3 years that you are working in a data engineering as well. They are matching with both technologies.
After
In that way,
after
you
that
can.
after that course, GCP data engineering course, we need to do more courses to add,
It
or
depends
this
on
is
your expertise, and it depends on the things. Right now, the prerequisite you should know only GCP cloud, and after that you can complete the GCP data engineer. So these two certificates are enough for to become a GCP data engineer, GCP cloud engineer.
Nowadays, in resume, many company I've seen that they're asking for Hive, Spark, and all like that, like the data engineering profile.
Those are different profiles. Like profiles is in difference. I'm telling you, right? Once you start understanding this GCP and also different like big data is there, so they will directly in the profile they will keep big data. They will do all these things, but especially we have to you people have to apply GCP cloud and GCP data engineer profiles like this. The resume and roles and responsibility will come with the uh, applying. So applying also should be careful in here enough. They will ask like this: hiring data engineer, PySpark example. Okay, we'll be discussing. So here 30 here expertise in programming Python and data cleaning. Like we'll be understanding using in data engineer. So Hive, Python, PySpark, data platform, Python or Unix scripting, GCP cloud concept along the Airflow development. It is asking GCP cloud. Yeah, right now you are implementing on that only. So knowledge of GCP, data modeling, exposure to data quality and assessment. So whatever we are discussing as part of data engineering, all these things will cover. And Hadoop will be there, Hive and Git version management. What exactly that one will be doing. A data ecosystem. Knowledge with big data ecosystem is nothing, but right now I have showed you ingestion to visualization. So instead of GCP resources from the big data tools, which I can replace, in that way you can think it off. Then you will be getting to understand big data ecosystem. So DevOps, this is like secondary skill set. So it depends on if they are requiring 3+ experience, they won't expect much as well. It will decrease to less. So based on the things that it will be almost
so,
the
ma'am.
process will change. Yeah.
Excuse me, ma'am. In our
Yeah.
current job description, suppose we just learn and we get that certification,
Okay.
and in after we are just doing our current job JDs or tasks, and we didn't get any project or something, and we finish it. So after 1 or 2 year, same certificate, how we can move forward for our professional in
First,
this
I will tell
field?
you, like any certification or anything, the knowledge you gain is very important. That will never lost. So, as you told, all the cons, right? If I tell you pros, right now, suddenly a market is there for right now GCP is there. They are looking desperately for GCP data engineer. Just he has certification is enough. So, whenever they try for GCP data engineer certification, is the GCP data engineer processing that he has kept in the resume, and he cleared the interview, and he entered into the organization. The project is convenient, and he learned for 2 years again in the project level, and again he get to know, okay, some exploration he's done in the 2 years or 1 year in the real time project he has done. Then later on, you yourself only can have the better idea and implementing different pipelines in a real time. From there, you can explore. In that way, also we can think, right? So
So
that is
there is
all
a two
about.
things. The what you mentioned in the first slide mean the
Yes.
training fee is different and exam fee is different. What I understand before the first
That I'm
slide you
giving you the
mentioned
exam
200.
that you see right now. This is your training that you can take it off. So if you want to take the certification after 6 months, after 5 months, after practicing all things that you're confident, then you can take the certification. It's up to you. You can apply directly on the GCP portal and get for the certification.
So in our experience or our we are totally different of the field of this one. How you can judge me for to get the certification after 6 months if I finish that training course 2 or 3 months, then I will be prepare myself
You
for
will be
the.
you have to prepare and practice on your own and understand different practice tests how they're asking, have to handle different interview questions, you have to look into it. So it is not a it is a consequent process, but it is important process, I can tell you. So it is not ending with the engineering only. If you want a job, you have to do a lot of things after the job, that you have to
Okay.
prepare in terms of interview oriented. They won't ask you to show BigQuery and all those things. They will ask you the terminologies, how you can explain is important.
So this is the thing. After the training, I didn't get any job or something, but I need to make myself for better to train and to do something online project. It can be helpful for me, or I can get in the online to prepare myself for the exam or any interview
Yes,
after the training.
yes, that knowledge will be gained for sure. You
No,
yourself can
where
understand
where
it for sure.
where can I get that type of course or project? Because nobody can give me as a initial or beginner. Nobody give me the project. So where can I get the project? Where can I get the experience of that? What I take the training?
Like you can implement with this all these things. We are implementing some pipelines, so basic pipelines as and some intermediate pipelines, which really that are equal to the project level. So these things, if you practice on these terminologies that you right now able to explain the things, means that itself that you can make
Where can I get
applicable.
the practice? This is my question. Because
So
after
right
the
now, yeah,
training,
I understand. So after now, I'm giving you all these things. Go through my things, and you can prepare for the things, and also explore the things. Some other website blogs, and whoever already cleared the certifications or their experiences. Everything that you can do.
okay, thank you.
So in nowadays, in many places, they are asking for AWS data engineering. So
It is
how,
specifically GCP data engineering. It is not at all AWS data engineering,
no,
because
no,
in
I'm
AWS data services is totally different.
yeah, yeah. So I know that one. So but
Okay.
basically, what happened? So for example, as I am from MBA background, so you said that 2 years I can show, right? So after
Okay.
this, how much package I can expect?
So it depends on your previous package, and also you can also select Glassdoor and the market standards for the experience like this. So you can check that much of salary has been offered, so that you can at least compromise with the 30 and 40% less of the salary expected given in the market.
Okay. So you will help, right, to go into scheduling interview and all, or I need to search for
So
my
that
side.
you need to, I for quotes, I'm the one. So after that, I will be giving you some example resumes only, so that from there you can prepare and practice. And from there, I'll guide you with the websites and all those things later on, that you need to work on it and go through things from your end. And I will take 1 or 2 sessions, especially for those things, how to get into Glassdoor or different kind of websites where job offerings, and how you upload your resume, and how MNC sorts the candidates, and they will see only data engineering. They won't look out which engineering sometimes. They will keep on bench, and whenever the project comes, they will source you for the project. In that way also it will work. Right now it was working in that way only.
Hello.
Yes, tell me.
So are you going to cover complete GCP data engineering application
The
topics?
requirement which is the already we have prepared one this one, right? I have showed you in the starting content what we are going to deliver. So it will cover it will make you to certify. That is enough. And I will also give you practice test, all these things that you can, after that you have to do. See, not only this certification, any training, whatever you're implementing, and after that you have to do some practice test, and after that, then only you should be prepared, confident enough to go for the certification. I'm telling you, certification point of view, explanation, and along with the delivering of data engineering will come together. In that way, it will be there.
Some of the topics I did not notice in data flow or cloud composer. Those
Yeah,
stuff
we will
is
not be using, but I'll give you what exactly required for data engineering. Not into depth as well, but require whatever the labs that I'm going to schedule for the things that I'll be giving. There are multiple services, but as a part of this, what services are required, I'll be going to give you. Even in project level also, they won't use all the services under ingestion. They'll only use one or two services.
How do you create the pipelines? What are the tools that you are going to use? You are saying that data pipelines you create, right?
In ingestion from start cloud data proc, we will be first creating the cluster. From cluster, we will be starting connecting the data pipeline, like connections will be there. So it is running, installing, and from the Google platform only, I'll be implementing all those things.
Okay, so for the data, you create the pipeline. Let's say for data processing, we can use either Dataproc or BigQuery, those
Yes,
tools, right? So are you going to create the pipelines, and how do you schedule pipelines and all the stuff?
Yes, it is very big process to explain. Also, it will take longer time because each and every step need to take consideration, connect with that, enable the API, and connect to one after the another. It is a very big, especially it will take 2 to 3 hours to complete one. So in that way, first individually I will be covering all the topics. Later on the labs. After that, I'll be implementing the pipeline which is running over that.
Okay. Yeah. So the composer also really matters, right here.
Which one?
Cloud composer to schedule the jobs. Let's say you create a pipeline and that has to be scheduled, right? Cloud composer nothing but
Your voice is breaking.
Cloud composer or Airflow, that is talking about it.
No, that I'll only use Cloud Composer as a data engineering. So, which used for like how Cloud Composer will be there, and what are the things that are there inside the Cloud Composer, and connecting that Cloud Composer to orchestrate as a part of pipeline. I'll be telling you.
Okay, that is you will be covering most. You will be covering most of the data engineering topics, right? Which is there on the certification.
Yes, that only I'll be covering, and also the labs will be associated with that itself. So prepare. So in order to explain one service and also how to use in the part of explanation that I'll be explaining in that way in the lab part, that it will be sufficient for you whenever you go for the bigger projects or the projects that have been running on organization. That will be end to end. They will maintain.
Okay. How long? What is the duration of this training?
You can check from Kalyan. So all these things, the duration and the rest of the things.
Okay.
Yeah. Hope so. So we can go to wind the session. I think so. If you have any doubts, tomorrow session also will be there that you can connect over and see the things. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all.